Hey, good morning, guys and gals. This is Dana, and today we're going to talk about applying some simple FX into the mix. Now, I'm up here at the X32rack.com, and under the, where are we at here? Under the Behringer X32 rack, how to use the 8 internal FX banks built into the X32. If you click on this link, you're going to come over to a spot, and this is where you can read up and at least get a general idea of what these different FX are going to do. Okay, these are just effects. And then, of course, you know, it's going to be up to you to go in and do your homework and see where these can apply to whatever that you do. Okay? So at this point, we're going to go ahead and jump into X32 Edit, and we're going to play around in there for just a little bit. Okay, guys, so here we are. We're on channel 1, and I've got my gain input adjusted. I'm using a Shure SM57. So we want to come down into our bus matrix, and this is where a lot of people run into problems. They simply cannot get these FX to come through on their channels. And the reason being is, if you see here, we have the FX 1, 2, 3, and 4. They've got these faders pulled down. You've got to have these up to unity. Okay, run them up to 0. Unity, however you want to say it, or get us, you know, somewhere close to that. But as you can see up here, none of these buses will be going through the main out. That's your left and right, okay, the main out. And we can just click on every one here to see. So, we're going to go back over to our channel. We'll be working with channel 17. So if we come up here to the FX 1 through 4, you'll see that we've got the vintage room, the reverb, the hall reverb, stereo delay, and then the stereo chorus. Now, over here on 5 through 8, I've got the dual de-esser actually running into channel 17. That's the channel that we're using. And then I've got the precision limiter coming out of the mains. Okay? So let's go back over here to channel. And right here is where you config this. Okay? So as you can see right here, we simply just pull this off and run it down. And that's where we pick it up at. Okay? Now, this is where you're going to go pre or post. Okay, pre-fader, post-fader. So we're going to have this set at pre-fader. Listen, when it comes to this stuff, guys, there is not one single way to do it. If you like to do it another way, play with it. Experiment with it. Okay? Because that's what I'm doing right now. On this particular channel, I've actually got the EQ set for a kick drum. Okay? And that's a B52 kick drum. Alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to come over to sends. Now, you can do every single channel this way. Once you get on one of these labels, you simply click on the channel, and as you can see, you'll go right there. Okay? You don't have to keep, it's called layering. Layer, like layers of a cake, going back and forth. So we're going to go to channel 17, and we're going to start raising this up, and you're going to hear this in my voice now. Okay? You can hear it right there. Now everybody says, how much do I apply? Well, guys, that's impossible for someone else to answer for you. But the rule of thumb is this. You want to apply it till you hear it. And then if you were to mute that FX, you would notice that it's gone. Okay? I know it's a little hard to comprehend, but I'm basically going to try and set this up now as we go through, and you can watch what I do. So, since I'm speaking, I want to bring it up into where I can definitely hear it, and then I'm going to start backing it off. Now, I've got headphones on as I'm doing this, and I can just barely hear the tails of that echo. Now, I'm going to do this one the same way. I can hear it coming in. I can hear it coming in. Test 2. Test 2. And now we come over this way. And now we get that real heavy echo effect. So, test 2, test 2, test 2, test 2. Now, if you were standing at a podium and I was operating this soundboard, then this is what I'd probably have this set at. Now, I've got just a little bit of reverb still coming through, but depending on the size of the room, it would be, how I would further adjust this. And as far as the chorus goes, you can just hear what it does there. You bring it down. Test 2, test 2, test 2, 3, test 2, test 2. As you can see, guys, there's not a whole lot of signal that I'm allowing to go through there. Okay? So, this is basically it. And then you would go through if you were doing vocals, and you would sit there and come across. Everybody thinks that you come over here and you adjust all these buses in order to get that. And guys, that's just not correct. All you have to do is set these at unity. Okay? And then come over to your actual channels, and then you would adjust those. Now, if you'll notice up here, channel 17 is going out of the left, main, and right. It's not the buses. It is your channels. All right? You got any questions? Hit us up. Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.